Alrighty, so some of y'all might have seen that when I was the video that I was installing this front camera on, I talked about this. Since my winch this is broken and this one's cracked from when I did the stress test on this for graduation. This is the bumper I built for my senior project to graduate, and I put it upon myself in my senior project to say I would test it. First of all, hitting a tree at 5 miles an hour, which is actually part of the federal law. Part of DOT is the bumper on a vehicle has to survive it's 5 mile per hour crash, and not damage the vehicle in order for it to be, safe. It used to be higher, but then those vehicles came around that had a plastic bumper and had rebar behind it. It has to survive at least 5 miles an hour. So hit a tree 5 miles an hour. Because this front piece is the least braced, I hit right here. This caved in and pushed up. And when that caved in and pushed up, it pushed this back because there's no support behind here. The only way I could have done that is if I enclosed from like here and did like a swooping action to the back. But then the only way to get the winch in would be to literally take it from behind and push it forward, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted it open on the top. So that caved in a little bit. That's not the thing. I also tested it and said it would survive about 11 to 12,000 pound pull, and I got to 11,000. I got to about 11,100, 11,200 or so. And this back part of the steel plate at the bottom, I didn't brace it in like I should have. So it kinked up a little bit, and when it kinked up, it tweaked the winch. The winch still works fine, but when it tweaked it, it broke this and it cracked this one. So this mount wasn't able to mount. So it's just been sitting on here. Well, this is my positive for my battery. This is all tore up, but this was the sheathing that was on it. And you can see right there where it got ate through right here, and it was shorting out. And I went to pop this off, and some sparks flew up from right here, and it actually welded itself to this, so I yanked it off. So I've put 2 layers of heat shrink on there, and I'm actually ditching these mounts because I've actually lost these pieces. So even though I have a replacement of this one, I didn't know that one was cracked, but I got a replacement of this one right here. Right here. So that's going to go on it. And I ordered what I thought was going to be the hardware for this, but instead it was just these brackets with new mounting screws, which is I'm actually going to use these mounting screws, but it didn't include the Allen heads and the plate that went behind here to put it on this. So I'm putting it back over here on the side where I wanted to put it. I'm going to have to figure out something with these wires though. If I have to cut this heat shield at the bottom, I'm going to have to cut that heat shield. But, so, right now, I heat shrink this. I'm fixing to attach it back onto the solenoid. Get this together. And I found, yes, my old brackets that are actually bolting to the side, right here, bolting to the side. So, that's what I'm going to do. Just a little quick video on repairing moving the solenoid on the winch, repairing a wire, just as a general update. I do need to straighten this bumper out, but in order to straighten this bumper out, I got to get to the body shop side at work on a Saturday with my buddy. He works in the body shop. I work in the service department. Get it on the frame machine, pull this out, and also pull that down and straighten this bumper out. Once I get that pulled down, I'm making some plates for the bottom to gusset the bottom up, which is what I should have done in the first place. It's something I forgot to do during the design and in turn I couldn't add it later. That's just something I completely forgot about. I knew I needed to do it, and I just forgot. I also need to finish the bumper up. I never put any supports from the side to the frame, and so I need to make up some brackets from the side to the frame to strengthen these sides up, because if I hit something with the side, it's just going to crumple in because there's nothing behind it. Putting it back to the frame. Hit the center. Center's strong. Center's fine. Center's strong. It might bend like this, but it's not going to completely crush the truck unless you hit something hard enough that it buckles the frame. But anyway, let's get this done, and hopefully I can get this to fit on the side like I want it to, because I really need it to fit on the side. I might have to take the winch out to do that though, and if I have to take the winch out, well, I'm just gonna put this all back together, put these back on it, and probably get a big old zip tie and zip tie to this drum on this side, and then wait to install those other brackets when I straighten the bumper out and do all that stuff, because I'm gonna have to take the winch out when I straighten the bumper out. So yeah, I'll be back. Ooh, it's getting hot out here, even though the sun's going down. It's been cold the last couple of days because of Irma coming through, but got it mounted. That screw didn't go in all the way. I don't know why. I need to replace these with Phillips screws. These are Phillips screws. I need to replace them with hex heads. I'll do that later, but got it mounted solidly. I cut this air dam just a little bit where the wires go down. Good. That's where I wanted them mounted in the first place anyway. But, so, anyway, that's a quick video. I'm hoping I can get that screw out, because I think it kind of went in sideways there a little bit. But there's no way. I had to use 2 short extensions with a Phillips head taped to it. So it's as good as it's going to get. It's tight. I don't think it's going anywhere. Done. So yeah, that's it for that. A little bit of modification. Winch probably still works. I'm not going to test it right now. But another reason I need to get rid of this, like I said, it bunches up and I hate it. I hate how this 3/8 cable is so rigid. I like cable over, like I said in the previous video anyway, I like cable better than synthetic rope, but this cable is just not malleable at all. There's a knot there. I think there's another knot somewhere else. It's almost impossible to use. So anyway, I'm done. That's it for this video. Moved the winch where I wanted it to. I should still be able to put that in there. Anyway, talk to y'all later. That's done.